Okay, mantis, my hair messed up, who cares? Mantis or mantid beings, I guess that's what they're called, right? Now I didn't know what they're called. I got this name offline earlier because I was looking at the pictures and I'm like, oh okay, that's what you guys call them. I encountered one a while back. And boy was that, startling. So basically what happened, my guides have been showing me crystals in a lot of my dreams and encouraging me to remember something from another life on how to use them for healing and focusing energy and manifesting like awesome technology. And as a kid, I instinctively collected crystals, but then life kind of stomped everything that was me out of me, and I lost track of where I was going with that as a kid. I can't even remember. But anyway, crystals have started showing up in my life again now, correlating with the dreams, telling me it's time to start using them. Anybody want to give me some pointers there? I'd appreciate it, because I mean, I know I'll be guided and figure it out, but if anybody can help me accelerate that understanding or reawaken it or whatever, that'd be great. I'm starting to use them for certain instinctive things and stuff, but anyway, oh, and I have one of my sons instinctively collects stuff like that too, so, and I had a dream where he and I were in Atlantis together. But anyway, none of that's, let's get back to the mantid being thing. So what happened was, I wanted to do something with crystals. Now I had this big geode rock that my cousin sent me out of the blue. Not really out of the blue, right? So it's like a rock, like a round rock that just looks like a rock from the outside, but it's broken in half, and on the inside it's all filled with like quartz crystals. So it's awesome, right? So I was like, okay, let's try something tonight. Let's set an intention. And I didn't, it's kind of on a whim, so I didn't think it out a whole lot. I just said, I want to have some kind of lucid encounter with a spirit guide or an angel or a disembodied person or anything. That was just, I just left it vague like that. I went to sleep and I put this crystal with me where I was laying down on a couch at the time. And I put the crystal where my back was leaning against it, where I could actually feel it touching my back, and I was laying on my side. And I went to sleep that way, expecting something to happen. So, sure enough, I start having this lucid dream. And I'm outdoors at my family's ranch, which is not where I was sleeping at the time, not that it matters. And there's this spacecraft flying over. Now I've had lots and lots of dreams of spacecrafts, and I used to always run from them, but I've kind of grown in my understanding and faith. Okay, these aren't my enemies. They're not here to abduct me or murder me or anything. They're actually just trying to make some kind of contact with me. So I didn't run. And I could see someone waving from the spacecraft that looked human at a distance. So I was like, this is cool. And the spacecraft was it was a really big one, like with almost like double or triple decker saucer with all these cool lights. And it was kind of doing these cool maneuvers and stuff, kind of coming down and swooping and changing angles and stuff. And I was just kind of like, whoa, this is cool. And the next thing I know, I feel something behind me, like that hair standing up feeling, like somebody's right behind you. And before I even turn around, I feel somebody tap me on the shoulder. Now I was expecting maybe a humanoid type guide or something when I turned around. And it was not what I expected. I turned around and here's this, at the time I didn't know they're called mantids or whatever. Big old bug dude, like bigger than me. And he was a really dark color, and he had like, claws, and I was so startled that I almost jumped out of my skin even in the dream. It was just like, whoa, and because he's like right there and he's just huge, and not huge, but the biggest bug type thing I've ever seen, right? And we all know, like, if praying mantises were our size, we'd be in trouble, right? So this was a bit intimidating, and I was really startled. But I got the feeling immediately from him, he's not an enemy. He was an answer. He answered my call. Like somehow he responded to that crystal. And in the dream where he tapped me on the back was exactly where my crystal was touching me while I was sleeping. It was, and that's where he touched me, and I felt it. You know, whatever that means. Somebody enlighten me here. So he responded to that call. He didn't say any words, I could understand, but I could feel that he, my best interpretation was just like, hey, I'm here. I answered your call, you know, I'm around. I'm somehow involved with your life. And, you know, I got a feeling of peace. I stopped being afraid of him. But boy, was he something to look at. He, she, I can't say for sure. Felt like it was a he, you know. But it really surprised me because I did not expect that. I did not know about these beings. I did, you know, whatever I could have been expecting, it wasn't that. So, you know, recently I've been looking at these, you know, different types of beings that have been identified by a lot of you in the metaphysical, spiritual community, or whatever it's called. You know, those of you that are open-minded enough to talk about this, whatever term I need to say to umbrella all that, but whatever he was awesome. He was not an enemy. I don't know how to relate to bug people exactly, but I respect him. You know, I respect him, and maybe they have something to do with crystal technology. I have one more story, okay, about a mantid type being. A few years back, I was struggling so bad when everything I'd ever, well, I'm not going to get specific, but I'd been working really, really hard for certain competitive ventures in my life. And all of a sudden a cosmic 2x4 just smashed me down and took everything from me. And I couldn't even understand what was happening. But it felt horrible. So I was basically at rock bottom, and I was doing a lot of soul searching and researching and every other searching. I came upon sacred cactus. Now I had never done, you know, hallucinogens or anything, but you know, something was guiding me to look into that as a potential healing, heart opening, mind heart spirit connection, whatever. So I got my hands on some, and I started doing some trips, and it was so amazing. I'm not going to get into everything about that because that may take too much time. That's not what this video is. I have a psychedelics video on my channel. I want to expand on that discussion too. But one thing I noticed was when I ingested a lot of that cactus, the energy in me, I could feel my energy. I could feel my own energy field reaching out into the whole freaking universe. I could feel it happening. This incredible body high that was like the most amazing thing ever was reaching way, way, way out there. And while that was happening, and this is before the mantid dream thing that occurred, and long before I identified what these beings must be that, you know, you guys are helping me figure out, I guess. Now this trip for me would last like 2 days. I wouldn't even sleep because it felt too good. And there was too much wonder to even bother sleeping. But anyway, there would be these flashes that would occur. Like I said, I could feel my energy tentacles reaching out in every direction into the universe, connecting to all sorts of things, and there was all these insights being connected to me from different beings, I guess, out there. But I kept getting this flash where something would happen and I'd kind of, and what it felt like something trying to pull me out of my body or pull me away from my body. And in my mind I would see this flash of this head of this being sitting there who now I would describe as a mantid. Okay, at the time I didn't know what to call that. I just thought, whoa, there's some scary alien way out there in the universe right now who's connecting to this energy that I'm reaching out with, and it's trying to pull me away from my body, clear out into outer space, and it scared me. It scared me. It didn't horrify me and didn't ruin the trip, but I just decided, no, whatever you are, you're not doing that. I'm staying here with my body. I don't know what you are, and I don't know if I'm going to even get to come back if I let that happen. So I didn't let it happen. But this was one of these mantid beings, okay? And it seemed like he was in like some kind of spacecraft or something, like he was actually sitting at the controls of something. But I could see, like, you know, when it would flash, I could see him looking right at me. And from some immeasurable distance away. I could still see it and feel it like he was trying to pull me to him or something. Whew. Anyway, those trips were still very, very healing. I'm now a strong believer in sacred cactus and other things on this planet that we're wiping out for the damn cattle industry or whatever. Because burgers are more important than life itself, I guess. Other subject on another video. But so that's another thing. My encounters with mantid type beings. So now, unlike with the lion beings, I don't necessarily feel any relation to them per se. Like it's not like a familiar feeling like, oh, I'm home among you. Don't really get that, but I definitely have respect and interest in them because they have some kind of interest in me and us humans, and you know, clearly they're some kind of very intelligent, meaningful species, and so nothing but respect. So if anybody wants to, you know, share stories, help me expand or understand more about them, that would be awesome. I just, you know, I'm just being open from the heart and sharing because, you know, somehow we have to try to lead humanity into a heart consciousness where we're actually aware of much, much more than our little mind programming has allowed us to be for thousands of years on this planet. So I guess that's all I have to share for now. But you know, if I have any updates, any more encounters with those types of beings, you know, I'll let you know, as with any others. But yeah, these things happened before I knew what a mantis being or a mantid being, and I don't know if you guys have different names for them or whatever, but before I had heard of such a thing, these encounters happened to me. Okay, so that's why I got to share. You know, I got to put in my, you know, my ingredients into the stew with the rest of you, you know, so we can keep expanding upon this. Alright, I love you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for any comments, even if you're here to just tell me I'm a nut. It's alright, I understand. I've been you. Wasn't long ago. I would have said the exact same thing and laughed my butt off about it. But anyway, let's share. All opinions are welcome. You know, obviously, the implications of this are bigger than my mind can understand, but my heart knows I'm supposed to share these things. My guides have convinced me to live from my heart, and honestly, life has been shit up till now, so I agree with them. Even if, you know, even if you just get labeled every kind of crazy, it doesn't matter anymore, because living according to the systems and beliefs of this world has been nothing but torture for me, in all honesty. So I'm thankful. I am thankful to be here. And I'm thankful to be able to contribute something. I don't know exactly what I'm contributing here, but, you know, hey, let's be real. You know, those of us that have these experiences. I don't want to draw unknown conclusions. Like I say, I don't know a lot about these beings or anything, but I've had some encounters, so I needed to share that with you guys. So, however it helps expand upon the subject, let's go from there, all right? I love you.